Hello, dear children. Namaste, and welcome back to yet another session of our ICSE 2021 Sprintex series. This is Ambika, your biology master teacher, right here at Vedantu. Well, guys, as you know, this is part 2 of the chapter nervous system that we are discussing. Part 1, we've already done it in the previous session. So today we will be discussing a few more questions with a little more emphasis on one major part of the chapter that we haven't discussed yet in Sprintex, which is sense organs. All right, so before we get started, here is the list of topics. I had also shared this with you in the last session: structure of neuron, central autonomous and autonomic and peripheral nervous system, brain and the spinal cord, and reflex action. So I'll just add something here, which is sense organs. Okay, so sense organs is also something that we are going to be discussing today. All right, so before that, let me remind you that we've got 50% off ongoing right now on our Vedantu Pro subscription courses. So please do not miss this opportunity to enhance your learning experience, children, because of course, as you know, on YouTube, we'll continue doing our best, but on the Vedantu platform, we are capable of doing a lot more than this. Try it for yourself, experience it for yourself, and then decide. So the link is given in the description box below. You can just click on that and check out the details of this. All right. Now, homework. Remember, in the previous session, I had given you a homework question. State the functional activities of myelin sheath. All right. State the functional activities of myelin sheath. Now, if you remember, myelin sheath is this covering, right? If this is the axon, this is the cyton, and this is the axon and the nerve endings, right? The nerve terminals. This would be the myelin sheath, right? So what are the functions of it? There are two major functions. One is to protect the nerves from the electrical impulses, from the electrical activity that that's closely happening in the nervous system. Secondly, speeding up of impulse transmission across the axon. Of course, myelinated neurons and non-myelinated neurons, both of them do exist. But then, as far as myelinated neurons are concerned, nerve impulses get transmitted much faster. It's capable of much faster nerve impulse transport, nerve impulse transmission. So these are the two major functions of the myelin sheath. And now, let me once again share the schedule of Sprintex with you. The biology schedule, as you can see here, we've been doing all this and we are here right now today. And after today's session, we will be left with just this. All right, just the endocrine system. And now Anubha ma'am's schedule is also here, I guess. Ma'am is also going to be done by tomorrow. Organic chemistry part 2 will be the last, which you will be left with after today. And then physics, Anoop's sessions are also going on in full swing. So these are all already done. And I guess this is, oh yes, this is the last one. So radioactivity happening today. And the next one, which is the math schedule, Gopal sir's schedule. Yes, Gopal sir is also going to be done very, very soon. So today is 26th of Feb is going to be probability. And English, Shweta ma'am's schedule is also right here. Ma'am will be done tomorrow, 27th of Feb, with my greatest Olympic prize. And even Ankana ma'am's social studies schedule. Ma'am has 3 more sessions, I guess. So 1 happening today, 2 happening tomorrow. So note the time, children. We are nearly done with our Sprintex for ICSE 2021 board exams. So thank you so much for all your support. Those of you who haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please click on the subscribe button right now, because after Sprintex, we'll be starting something even more creative, something that's a little different, but something that's still going to be helping you face your exams with full confidence. All right. So children, that's about it. Now look at this. Focus on the outcome and not the obstacle. Super important. Something that we need to learn from some of these wild animals in the forests, how keen they are to catch hold of their prey, right? Whatever obstacles or whatever hindrance that they may come across, doesn't matter. Their final outcome is all that they see in front of them. And even Arjuna in Mahabharata, right? So Same thing, same story. Complete focus on your target is very, very important. It may seem like a very straightforward thing, but let's just try it out and see the difference for ourselves. All right? We shouldn't have any time for the obstacles, basically. Okay, let us now get into question 1. The number of spinal nerves in humans is dash. Number of spinal nerves, any idea? Yes, we did discuss a few questions from this in the last session, but today I want to ask you a few more from this. Spinal nerves, cranial nerves, and spinal nerves. How many? Your time is up. The answer is 31. And not 31, it's 31 pairs to be more specific. 31 pairs of spinal nerves in human beings. All right, now the next one. Define the term myopia. Sorry, children, I have a vocal cord issue which I'm still recovering from. So that's why these days I speak in a very low tone, and sometimes my voice may sound a little hoarse and airy as well. Please bear with me on that. Okay, now define the term myopia. How would you define it? I mean, what is another term for it? If you just think of that, you would know. Well, myopia is just short-sightedness. It's a condition where nearby objects can be seen very clearly, right? Whereas distant objects appear a little blurry. This is because image is formed in front of the retina. Say, for example, this is the structure of the eye. What happens is when the light rays enter, instead of the image, the rays falling on the retina, they end up focusing elsewhere. They end up falling in front of the retina. Okay, so this is what myopia or short-sightedness is. Probably I have to use a different color. Should I? Okay, I'll use a light blue. Might be better. All right, next one. The main function of the vitreous humor of the human eye. What is vitreous humor? There is something that's closely associated with this aqueous humor, if you remember. Why do you think there's vitreous humor? And where is it found? If you recall where it's found, you might be able to pinpoint the function more easily. Yes? Any luck? All right, your time is up. It is to maintain the shape of the eyeball. Now, there are two major fluidy secretions. If you remember, in your eye, of course, the lens will be there to separate it. There would be the aqueous humor, and the vitreous humor. So, vitreous humor is majorly there to maintain the shape of the eyeball. All right, very, very simple, but something that we could quite often get confused with. Of course, that diagram is a little pathetic, but I just wanted you to have an idea about where it could be found. Okay, right. Next one. The smallest ear ossicle is dash. Ear ossicle, stapes, malleus, incus, or cochlea. Okay. Now, among these four, I'll give you a hint. Start by eliminating something that's not even an ear ossicle, and then go and examine the other three. And your time is up. The answer is stapes, malleus, incus, and stapes, out of which stapes is the smallest ear bone or the ear ossicle. Cochlea is not an ear ossicle, right? It's not even among these, but of course it's associated with the ear. It's a structure, the snail-like structure, remember? Yes. Okay. Question number 5. Name the point of sharpest vision in the human eye. The point of sharpest vision in the human eye. Any idea? Okay. Take some time to think and then give me the answer. 5 more seconds. Your time ends in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay. Do you think it's going to be retina? Well, retina is where images would be formed anyway, but there is a specific point where vision would be sharpest on the retina. And that is called the fovea centralis, or the yellow spot, which is one spot on the retina where maximum cone cells are concentrated. Plenty of cone cells are concentrated on the fovea centralis, or the yellow spot, and that's why we say it's the area of sharpest vision in the human eye. All right, maximum number of cone cells. All right, now the next one. What does eustachian tube? State its function. Where have you heard this? I'm sure you all remember that it is a part of the ear, of course. What is its function? All right. So, talking about what exactly it is, eustachian tube, to be specific, is a structure, tubular structure, which is part of your middle ear. It connects the cavity of your middle ear with your throat. Right? This is exactly, if you remember, think back about the time when we discussed about your sense organs, your ear and eye, and all of that. If you remember, I told you any infection of your ear might also affect your throat and nose, and the other way around. If at all you have any problem with your throat, it might affect your nose and ears as well. That's why doctors specialize in ENT together quite often, right? So eustachian tube is present in the middle ear, is basically part of the middle ear, and connects the cavity of the middle ear with the throat. What does it do? It's very important to equalize. All right, sorry about the spelling. Equalize, it's SE or ZE. Okay, SE. Equalize the air pressure on either side of the eardrum or the tympanum. The tympanum or the eardrum separates the middle ear from the external ear. So, to equalize air pressure on either side of this particular structure, which is the tympanum, eustachian tube plays a major role. That's why pressure difference while going up higher altitudes on a flight journey and all of that can be a problem for some people, because it takes a little bit of time for that pressure to get settled. All right. Yes. So that was question 6 for us. Okay. Now, children, let's take a very quick break, because in case you joined late, I was just telling the other children out here about how you can make the best use of Vedantu Pro subscription courses, because not just on YouTube, we can offer you a lot more on the Vedantu platform through the Pro subscription courses. How exactly? Well, once you are part of Vedantu Pro subscription, you will get unlimited access to live classes and fun-filled high-level quizzes, which means you will be learning with a lot of fun. And you can compete with students throughout the world, across the world. And also, interactive replays with live quizzes and leaderboards are going to be a very, very amazing feature, because it's not always possible to attend sessions while they are happening live. And that's exactly why we kept in mind the fact that you children are always busy with your school, with online classes, especially happening this year, even at school, and a lot of other things that you might have to take care of. You might not be able to attend every session while it's happening live. But not to worry, even if you missed it or you just want to have one more look at a session you did manage to attend, the replay option is always there. And it's not just like a normal recorded session, it's going to have a live quiz and leaderboard, which means quizzes and leaderboards would be active just like they would be in a live session. Isn't that amazing? Definitely, yes. Now, you can also download handwritten notes of your master teachers, which feels amazing, because if I were in your position, I would have grabbed it, because handwritten notes of our teachers have always been very, very special to us in our school days, as far as I remember. And in-class doubt solving and quality tests and assignments, all guaranteed to make you much more confident for your final exams. Yes, children? Now, apart from all this, you get access to 5,000 plus chapter level or topic level micro courses and crash courses for free. Can you imagine? Yes, as in you don't need to pay anything extra for this. And as far as the pricing is concerned, less is more. So you don't even have to worry about it. All you need to know is the link in the description box below and the pinned comment. The coupon code you need to remember is AMB Pro. Keep this in mind. I'll show you a demo of the platform. Now, remember 50% off is going on right now. And a 1 month subscription for ICSE Class 10 would normally cost you rupees 2,699 per month, which means in a month, you get unlimited access to all of your subjects, as in social studies subjects, science subjects, maths, and English, everything. Together, it's only 2,699 without discounts. After 50% off, it reduces exactly by 2. Divided by 2, 1,349.5. Imagine, for all those live sessions together, for all those subjects together. But how exactly would you get this? By applying the coupon code AMB Pro. Just apply this and it becomes reduced from this to this. Okay. Now the per class price, you will have to get an understanding of that as well, because makes complete sense. You deserve to know that, and that's why with full transparency I'm giving you all that detail here. 1349.5 just divided by 200, because you can avail approximately 200 live sessions, right? So just divide it by that to get the per session cost, which is as low as rupees 6.7 per session. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Wonderful sessions, interactive sessions, which will really give you that impression of probably even better experience than in offline classroom as well. I'm not sure, but that's what I have felt quite a number of times. It's even more reasonably priced than your favorite lace packet, not just the party pack, but even the regular pack. Right, children? So let me just show you where exactly you can find all this, where exactly you can find all these details, and where exactly you need to go. So children, below this video, you just go down to the description box and you will find an option there, subscribe to Vedantu Pro now. See that? Yes, you click on that link next to it. Okay, so click on it, it opens in a new tab, and there. Yes, let's find the best pro plan. Right now I'm clicking on grade 10 because you guys are grade 10 children. Target ICSE 2021. You can choose it appropriately according to whatever you need. CBSE, Maharashtra Board 2021, 2022, whatever works for you, whatever you require, I mean. Now, children, here you will be guided to a page where you get all the details about Vedantu Pro. Everything you need to know, why it is the best, what you can expect of it, who are your teachers gonna be, and everything, all the frequently asked questions, everything being answered over there. Okay, now the plan, coming to the payment part of it, Pro 1 month would cost you 2,699, as I have told you. Right now, that's the rate. Okay, and this is without discounts. But when you click on proceed to pay, I'll show you this. When you click on proceed to pay, you would be taken to a page like this. All right, and on this window, you can apply the coupon code AMB Pro. Okay, click on apply, and there it reduces to straight 50% lower than what it's supposed to be, 1,349.5. And after this, you just go ahead and choose a payment method that suits you, and you're done. Now, once you're done, what would your page look like? What would your experience be like? Children, this is a rough idea. Now, basically, this is what I was telling you about the replay and notes available and all of that. You will be able to have a look at your upcoming sessions and the past sessions which have happened. Okay, so these are the past sessions which you will be able to have a look at, with the date mentioned and the time at which they happened, all mentioned on this. When you just click on the replay button, you will be able to have a re-look at it. Or maybe you are watching it for the first time because you missed it while it was happening live. When you click on the Get Notes button, you will be able to download the handwritten notes. Isn't that amazing? As simple as this. It's all self-explanatory. Children, now it's entirely your decision. I don't have anything else to tell you. All you need to keep in mind is that you need to ensure best value for money. I would tell you that because I'm also a parent. I would tell you that anytime. Right, children? And that's exactly why I'm telling you, make use of it by subscribing right now and not on the eve of your exam. All right? Yes. Now it's completely your choice. Yes, children. Question number 7. What is lacrimal gland? What exactly is lacrimal gland? Where have you heard this term? Yes, children, where have you heard this term? Think about it. Try going back, rewinding a little bit. Part of your eyes, of course, right? Your tear glands, located on the upper sideward portions of the eye orbit, and they produce a secretion which we call tears. Tears. And the tears lubricate the eyeball, and they also contain, I'll just write it here just in case you want to know, contain lysozyme. They contain lysozyme, which can kill certain bacteria. It's got a bit of an antibacterial effect. All right, so contains the enzyme lysozyme. Okay, Now the next one, what is light adaptation? Light and dark adaptations. Do you recall hearing these terms? Yes? What is it? Well, you move from a brightly lit area to a dark area. We call it dark adaptation. And when you move from a dark area to a brightly lit area, you call it light adaptation. What is it? It's something to do with how your eyes adjust to the sudden changes in light intensity, right? So this is it. Light adaptation is the term we use for the situation where a person moves from a dark area to a lighted area. Because when this happens, suddenly from an entirely dark room to a brightly lit area, when you are moving, your vision may become diminished for a very short period of time. And within a few seconds or within a few minutes for some people, vision gets restored back to normal. But why does this occur? We call this light adaptation, and it occurs as a result of the effect of eye pigments such as rhodopsin or visual purple, as we may also call it, right? Because this particular pigment, rhodopsin, I'm just telling you for you to be aware of. Rhodopsin is a pigment that basically gets inactive in very, very bright light. And in diminished diminished light, or in a darkly lit area, or in a completely dark area, rhodopsin gets regenerated. And as a result, you would be able to see something. At least black and white vision would be restored. That is how light and dark adaptation would work. All right. So even if not in this format, questions related to this can be asked in other ways as well. All right. But just be familiar with these terms, children, which is why I'm discussing this. Now, the next one, which structure in the ear is responsible for dash each of these four? Okay. So pay attention to them. First one, equalizing air pressure on both sides of the tympanum. This you must know. I've already told you the answer to this. Okay, be ready with your answer. Next one, receiving vibrations from the auditory canal and transmitting them to the ear ossicles. Receiving vibrations from the auditory canal, transmitting them to the ear ossicles. Yes? Okay, next one, carrying impulses from the inner ear to the brain. What plays a role in it? And the last one is amplifying the vibrations received from eardrums. What would be the answer to that one? Amplifying the vibrations received from eardrums. Yes? All right, children, and your time is up. And of course, beyond doubt, the answer to the first question would be equalizing air pressure. I've told you, it's the eustachian tube, the eustachian canal, the tubular structure, which equalizes air pressure on both the sides of your tympanic membrane or the eardrum. Right? The second one receives a vibration from the auditory canal, transmits them to the ear ossicles. What is it? The connection between your external and the middle ear, which is the tympanic membrane, the eardrum itself. The third one carries impulses from the inner ear to the brain. Has to be the auditory nerve. Had it been from the eye to the brain, it would have been the optic nerve. In this case, of course, it has to be the auditory nerve. The next one, amplifying the vibrations received from the eardrums. Amplifying vibrations would be the job of the ear ossicles, malleus, incus, and stapes. Malleus, incus, and stapes. All right, so that's question 9. And now let us have a look at the final question. What is night blindness and how is it caused? Okay, night blindness is probably something you've been hearing from your primary school days. Most likely all of you know this, right? Diminished vision at night. But why is it caused? In dim light or at night, the person is unable to view objects, the affected person. It's typically caused as a result of vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A deficiency because vitamin A is very much required for the production of pigments in your eye, especially the visual purple. Rhodopsin, I've already told you about rhodopsin, which helps you adapt to light and dark intensities, right? Light adaptation and dark adaptation. Visual purple is another term for rhodopsin. And vitamin A is very much required for production of this particular pigment. So that is about it. Children, this is my homework for you for the day. What is ganglion? what is ganglion. So give me your version of understanding of your version of the answer, your simple explanation for what a ganglion could be. I don't want any sort of a bookish definition, as I always tell you. All right. So structure of neuron, central, autonomic, and peripheral nervous system, brain and spinal cord, reflex action, and I would add here sense organs as well, which we have completed. So children, also remember this is our current session. Nervous system part 2. The previous session which happened to yesterday was nervous system part 1, and the next session is happening tomorrow, which is endocrine system, and we will be done. So I'll see you again tomorrow at 5 p.m. But remember, 50% off running on our pro subscription courses, so check out the link below. Okay, righto, the coupon code is AMB Pro, and children, remember to click on the like button if you have found this useful, and also share it especially with all your class 10 ICSE friends, because sharing is always caring. And stay subscribed. Click on the subscribe button right now below this video in case you haven't done it yet, and click the bell icon also right next to it to ensure that you wouldn't miss on any of our amazing sessions, which will be happening even in the days to come. All right, children, that's about it from my side. Until we meet again, stay happy, stay healthy, keep working hard. And this is Ambika signing off. Bye-bye.